Hey folks, I am here in Dacusville, South Carolina this morning. Drove down from Charlotte to bring some paintings down for what's going to be the first annual Mountain View Americana art show happening next weekend. Dacusville is a small little town near Easley, South Carolina, a little northwest of Greenville. I've never been here before, even though I've grown up in South Carolina. But this is the first year of this art show, and as you can see here, I've got the car packed up with a couple of paintings. One's in the front seat as well. But this is happening at the Dacusville Community Center. And I am about to go inside and see if I can figure out where I'm supposed to take these things, so stay tuned. All right, I'm here with Deb Pierce-Mitchell, the coordinator of the Mountain View Americana Art Show. Deb, tell us a little bit about the art show. Give us some details, how people can find it, how many pieces we have in the show. You know what to say.
Okay. Well, it started out as just kind of a dream to reopen the art room here in this facility. And it's a fundraiser. So we've formed the Foothills Art Foundation. So all of the work, none of the money is going to me. It's going back to the community completely. I was hoping for 50 pieces. That was my goal. I'm just a couple short of 300. So we've got 94 artists, just about 300 pieces from every corner of the United States, 4 artists out of Canada. So wow. We've got several artists that are making the trip. A few artists that have decided, because it's our first year, that they're going to hold back a year. And I totally respect that, especially with the price of shipping. Thursday night, not quite a week from now, we've got the opening ceremony. Seth Hopkins is the executive coordinator for the Booth Western Art Museum.
Great museum.
And I was going to say, just a phenomenal museum, especially for this side of the country. It's just pretty incredible. And he knows his stuff, and he has volunteered to be our final juror. So he will be here Thursday all day. He's going to sequester himself in there, and he's gonna go through everything. And that evening we're going to have gala, semi-formal, and after that we're going to come inside and he's going to officially present the awards to people. So it's not going to be where you walk in and just see ribbons. He actually wants to recognize the artists.
That's awesome.
Yes,
that's awesome.
All of it's going to be live streamed. We're in the process. We've got that all set up. So that will be live streamed. Got a concert Friday night, a new up-and-coming great country star, and then of course Saturday night's the auction. It's going to be live. We're going to have an online auction. We're going to have a live auction, and we're going to see if we can get some stuff sold.
But yeah, we're looking forward to the show, and we're going to have some more video next weekend from the show, so be looking for that.
Yay.
Thanks, Deb.
Thank you so much.
All right, we're going to give you a little pregame warm-up here. I haven't been in to look at the display yet, but we still got a couple hours to go before the show starts, and there's nobody in here, so now is my opportunity to go around and look. So let's take a look at this show real quick. Some really nice work hanging in here. A lot of quality stuff. A lot of artists I've never heard of before. Let's see, hey, there's 3 pieces I recognize. Some hack from North Carolina, I think. There's a nice piece up there. I like that one. Nice softness to it. D-Roo. Heard his name before. Keith Batchelor's work. I know Keith. We've been on photo shoots together. We'll look around a little bit more. Deb really got a nice collection of work in here for this show, and it's really impressive. Those are nice. Still lifes right here. I like those. Some of Brent Flory's work. I know Brent. I really like his work. He's got a nice, soft quality to his line work and his values. Very subtle. There's another one of Brent's. Probably going to see Brent next weekend up in Greeley, so I'll have to get a little commentary from him. Here we are looking back at the display. come around this way. She's got some pencil drawings set up. There's some of Doug Monson's work. My buddy Doug up in Afton, Wyoming. Doug's starting his own gallery up there in Afton, so that's about an hour south of Jackson. So if you're heading up that highway sometime, be on the lookout for him. These are pretty neat. We've got some sculpture over here. There's some nice ceramics. There's some really unique stuff in here. Check out the metalworking. These are nice. Like I said in my interview with Deb last week, I really admire anybody that works in metal because I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. One of David Dorsey's pieces. We'll come back up through this way and give you an idea of what else is in the show. I know I'm kind of flying around here, but there's just so much work. And quite frankly, I'm kind of tired. I want to go crash a little bit before we come back for the reception tonight. That's kind of neat, the windmill up there, especially when you get the ceiling fan spinning behind it. So yeah, there's some really nice work here. Right now I am here with Mr. Seth Hopkins, who is our head judge for the weekend. I believe he just finished judging the show. First of all, Seth, tell us a little bit about the show. What are your impressions?
Well, for a first-time show in this part of the world, I think it's excellent. I mean, Deb's got an incredible job putting this thing together. She's got art from all over the country here, some really great works in oil and sculpture and a ton of other medium because she had prizes in so many categories. It's really a great variety of work, and I'm pretty impressed. It's a great show and something new for this part of the world, and we can certainly always use more Western art coming out here to this part of the country.
Absolutely, and I have to say, in Deb's favor, when she was putting together the show, I've done a couple of first-time shows before, and usually I'm kind of leery, but I was really impressed with her professionalism, and she really seemed to cross her T's and dot her I's, so that's part of the reason I'm here.
Well, from an artist perspective, I think she's done everything she could do to, put the show in the best light.
Yeah.
With what she's got to work with, all the communications that I saw was great. She's doing a lot of hospitality for the artists and making them feel welcome, which of course we would do in the South anyway.
Right.
But the next step is then find the buyers. And sometimes the first-time art show, a lot of the emphasis gets put on the show itself,
right?
Not a lot on getting the buyers here. So we would encourage folks to get out, come see the show, get online, bid during the auction. I think there may be some pretty good work that goes at a pretty good price, and people have a chance to get a piece of really nice art for their home. And so I would encourage them to check that out.
Very good. Now let me ask you, as a judge, when you go around and judge shows like this, what's something you look for? What catches your eye? What are some of your criteria as far as judging?
Well, one of the things in Western art that you get is a lot of cliches sometimes. It's cowboy going right, cowboy going left, Indian going right, Indian going left, or a horse portrait or something. And those can be very well done, but I'm always trying to see if somebody has got an original idea, or at least a derivation of an original idea. Something a little bit different from a subject matter or composition standpoint. Of course, quality is always first. You can have the best idea in the world, but if it's not well executed, there's no point in even doing it or looking at it, really. And so, I'm looking for technical skill. I'm looking for innovation. I'm looking for good use of the medium. Have they taken advantage of the medium they've chose to do it in, and the characteristics of that medium. And then just the overall appeal. Is it something I would want hanging in my house, or that I would consider hanging in the museum, at the end of the day? And that's kind of what I look at.
Well, great. Well, in addition to being our head judge this weekend, Seth is the director of the Booth Museum of Western Art in Cartersville, Georgia, which is an exceptional museum. And I may be a little bit biased because I'm from the South and I consider this our home Western museum. But yeah, it's a terrific museum, and let me make sure I get this straight. For the second year in a row, Reader's Choice Award, top award as the best art museum in the country for USA Today. Is that correct?
It's the USA Today 10 Best Readers Poll that they do every year for bars and restaurants and hotels and tourist attractions and museums. And for the last 2 years, we've been very honored to be the #1 art museum in the country. Not just Western Museum, out of all the art museums.
Right. Well, again, Seth, thank you for coming down from Cartersville. I hope it was worth your time. Thanks for judging the show, and hope to talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir.
Thanks so much.
First Mountain View Art Show. What do you think?
Yeah.
But there's some great art here, and I was reading to somebody a little earlier something I've written about visual arts. It's kind of ridiculous to have awards in visual art because it's such a personal thing, your reaction to it. Every person reacts differently to every piece, depending on what you bring to it. But it's a necessary evil because that's what we talk about when we sit around in the bars with the collectors. Who's the best at this, who's the best at that, what I have, what you have, and so on. So it's a necessary grist for the mill. So let's just treat it that way, shall we? Every piece of art in here is an award winner and would be important in somebody else's life. Okay? Enough said about that. All right, honorable mentions. And again, testament to Debbie. She looked at all the money that came in oils and said, we need to have 2 separate categories in oils just to put more money back in the artist's pockets. So I divided the oils up to be animals, still life, and landscape, and figurative separately. So this is still life, animals, and landscape, and I used a very loose definition. So don't come back on me on this, all right? All right, honorable mentions in that category. Steve Lingham for Observation Point. Lee Rue, the Cavalry Charge.
Do we still want to hand them to them, or just, Lee, we're going to hang it on your name?
Okay, let's hand it to him, let them go put it on their name.
All right, awesome, trade.
Let's put him to work. You've done enough for it.
24!
Thank you. Honorable mention, Kelly Mitchell, Velvet Kisses. And honorable mention for Barbara May, Bear in the Snow. Congratulations. All right, now third place in this oil category, Brenda Morgan for Steady Intensity.
She's not here.
Second place to Mark Bomer, Primetime Sunrise.
He's not here.
And first place to Nancy Peterson, The Onion.
Again.
That's hanging right behind there, I think.
Yes, it is.
Just an absolutely gorgeous still life. I love the lighting in it. I love the trompe-l'oeil effect, the depth in it. Really just an outstanding work of art. All right, in the figurative oils, third place, Russell Smith for Campfire Beggars. Congrats, Russell. Second place, Kevin McDonald for Rifleman. And first place, Keith Batchelor for Siesta Time.
Again, not here.
All right, in acrylics, we're going to go first, third place, Jeff Hoppus for the Lawman. Second place, Richard Bowman for Waiting on the Second Go. You should have told me who was here.
We got this online, they have to know.
And David Dorsey for Brothers. All right, moving on to drawing black and white. This was a very popular category. And we've got Maria D'Angelo for Acquiescence and Doug Monson for Remembrance of the Past. Okay. Third place, Marty Dorst for Hogan's Heroes. So. Robin Cook for Blue Monday is second place in black and white. And first place, black and white drawing, Little Buckaroo by Mike Ballard. The Best in Show Award at the very first Mountain View Art Classic goes to someone in an oil painting category. And we'll tell you right after this commercial message. But the winner is Keith Batchelor for Siesta Time.
Wow. Okay, I'm here with Eric Strauss from Ellijay, Georgia. Eric is a metal worker, and I gotta say, he's got some really unique and cool work. This is some of it behind us. And Eric has taken on first place in the Sculpture Award last night, is that right? For assemblage. And I want Eric to talk about himself, talk about his work a little bit. Sometimes this isn't normal for us artists to, start talking about ourselves, but you have to. So, Eric, tell us, you're out of North Georgia. You work in metal. Tell us some of your inspirations, why you work in metal, a little bit of your history.
Okay.
Tell us what we need to know.
Well, it started with I was in business school and I was taking some art classes as a core, and I just fell in love with sculpture. And my degree is actually in traditional bronze Italian casting. But when I graduated from art school, my uncle owned 2 scrapyards in Atlanta, and so I instinctively my first 10 years did assemblage art and just using what I could find. And as I was doing that, my work got more refined, and my uncle sold his scrapyard and had to learn to buy metal. My work kind of started changing, and so I kind of originally was doing all stainless steel work and doing big horses and big kind of ecological pieces. I've always been inspired by nature, things, and traveling and adventures, and tried to put that in my work. And in 2009, I got exposed to the architectural end and the actual forging steel, which is a total different process than the stainless steel. Most of the Western art shows I did were all west of the Mississippi,
Mm-hmm.
So to do one in South Carolina, it was like golden,
Yep.
And one reason was to meet great people like this, and so that's kind of what brought me here, just to support Western art, wildlife art, support the arts, be able to get back into making just pure art.
That's good. Well, Eric and I bonded last night because I could hear him back behind me talking to Seth, and I heard he was from Georgia, so I was like, hey, I'm from Georgia, and we started comparing notes, and he shared with me a dream of his of opening an art school in North Georgia. You want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, I would love to eventually open a school in North Georgia, and and bring in other artists. Of course, it would come in and do like 2-week workshops, and a big part of the school would be also educating younger artists on the business of art.
Yes.
Because we both agree that's probably the most important part that gets the least attention.
Yep.
And it's the one that makes the difference of us being here. I've been doing this 34 years.
Yep.
You've obviously been doing it a while.
Mhm.
And
So many young artists do not understand the business end of running an art studio because it's not taught in school. It's something that a lot of artists pick up like us. They pick it up on the road. just by experience, and it is so important to learn that.
Oops, modern technology.
Well, thank you, Eric. Thanks so
Okay,
much.
thank
It's good
you. I
talking to you.
appreciate
Great
it.
work.
It was great meeting you.
Purple rain, purple rain, purple rain, purple rain, purple rain, purple rain. When I see you, when I see you in the purple rain.
Who's going to start the bidding? We got a price on it, $1,200. Who's going to start the bidding at $1,500? Again, we're trying to raise some money for this foundation. Who's going to start the bidding at $1,500? Anybody go $1,500? How about $1,500 bid? $1,500 bid. Anybody go $1,500? How about we take it down to the list price of $1,200? How about $1,200 bid? Anybody go $1,200? Anybody go $1,200? Anybody go $1,200 bid? $1,200 bid. Anybody go $1,200? Right? So you see prices. You say, wait a second, John, you just started bidding at $300 and it's got a $250 price tag on it. Why would I want to pay $300 for a $250 piece of art? Well, because you want to support art in the local community. Who's going to give you $300 and you're going to go $300? How about $300 bid and you go $300? $300 over $333 and you go $300? How about $250? That's the price that's on it. I'll tell you right now, that's the reserve. If we can't get there, we can't sell it. Anybody go $250? I got 2.5. Anybody go 3? 2.5 now, 3. I need 3. Anybody go $300? 2.5 now, 3. Just so you know, every piece that sells, the Art Foundation gets 10% of that. So that gives you an idea of what you're donating to the Art Foundation when you purchase the piece. I got 2.5. Anybody go 3? 2.5 now, 3. Looking for $300. All in, all done. Sold for $250.
All right, guys, this Sunday morning, show's coming down. I'm here with Eric Strauss again. He and I are both packing up to go home. Eric's got to head up to North Georgia. I got to head back to Charlotte. But a fair assessment of the show for the weekend. First year show, there's some kinks that need to be worked out, some issues that need to be addressed. But overall, I'd say that these folks, their heart's in the right place. They want to see this show grow, and I'd like to see it grow because it's in our best interest to have a good show around this area. And we're going to help them out and give them some advice and just do our best. What do you think, Eric?
Yeah,
what would you say? What was your assessment?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with you. And they knew there would be growing pains and things to work out.
Yeah.
And it's a lot taking on a show like this.
Yeah, it is.
When they can get the art, they know they can. They just have to work out the details and facilitate it.
Right.
The options and just the business end of it. And
Yeah.
that will come with experience.
Yeah. So, yeah, we both like to see this show grow, and I think we're both willing to help them out
Yes,
to
sir.
make that happen. Of course, having Seth Hopkins here to judge the
Yes,
show,
sir.
that was huge,
Yeah,
man, and
that's big.
we appreciate him coming down again. So, all right, that's it. So stay tuned next year. We'll be
Yes,
back
sir.
here at the second annual Mountain View Americana Art Show.
Good to see Western art
That's right.
east of the Mississippi River.
That's
Come on,
right.
You can't beat
That's
that.
rare,
In
man.
the
That's rare.
southeast to boot. A beautiful, beautiful area. Especially
It
if
is.
you live in a metropolitan area. I live rural, so this is natural. But if you come from the big city, this is, oh man, your stress level is going to drop real quick.
That's right. All right. Thanks, Eric.
Thank you.